TV. We're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand, in for Paula Degnan. PA Attorney General Josh Shapiro announced a major fentanyl distribution organization has been shut down in Hazleton, and 6 people have been arrested. Search warrants were executed at 3 residences in the city yesterday. According to a news release, 145 bricks of suspected fentanyl were confiscated, each containing about 50 bags, some of those selling for 77 cents each. In 2019 so far, estimated bricks with street value in excess of $1 million have been sold. Facing charges, 28-year-old Joel Teada Buera, who investigators say has been operating the organization since 2016. Also, both 18-year-old Manuel Sanchez Medina and Christian Teada Guerra, as well as 20-year-old Richardson Rosario, all of Hazleton, 32-year-old Angel Estrada of Kingston, and 27-year-old Hassan Harel of Freeland. The 4th man that police charged with sexually assaulting the same young boy on separate occasions had charges against him held for court during a preliminary hearing Thursday. 59-year-old Charles Joy Jr. was before a magisterial district judge in Tamaqua. During the hearing, Joy's attorney raised the issue of the underage victim's intentions of going onto an adult website and contacting grown men for sexual activity. A state trooper also said the boy was the aggressor. Police say Joy met the boy, who was between 12 and 13 at the time, on the website Grindr. The conversations on the internet eventually led to Joy traveling to the boy's Tamaqua home, where the alleged assault occurred. Joy is charged with statutory sexual assault by a person 11 years older than the victim, involuntary deviant sexual intercourse of a person under the age of 16, indecent exposure, corruption of minors, and indecent assault of a person less than 16 years old. The other 3 men face court as well: 28-year-old Matthew Delgado, 36-year-old Brad Murphy, and 71-year-old Dale Schimpf. Pennsylvania State Police are charging a State Transportation Department employee with stealing a disability parking placard from work, and say that investigators discovered other PennDOT employees misusing those permits. State Police said Thursday that the Harrisburg woman used it to park in spaces reserved for the disabled at her workplace. Investigators say they also determined 7 other PennDOT employees were misusing handicap parking placards issued to their friends or family members. PennDOT says it can't discuss personnel matters, but the agency takes its oversight of disability parking placards very seriously. The first adult case of measles has been reported in Pennsylvania. According to Allegheny County Health Department, treatment was given at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center late last month. Officials say the case is not related to any ongoing outbreaks throughout the U.S. Doctors say measles are highly contagious. If you are not vaccinated, you risk contagion, even after an infected person has left a room 2 hours before. PPL Electric Utilities residential customers who don't get their power through a competitive energy supplier will pay about 8% more beginning June 1st. For residential customers, the average residential bill will increase about $5 a month to about $133. Small business customers will see their energy price drop slightly. Monthly rates will see a reduction for the typical small business to about $108 a month. Now, after rejecting bids for a planned renovation project, the Hazleton City Authority re-advertised for a second round of bids. Around $2.1 million in bids were rejected for the water tank and pump station project. Prices exceeded a nearly $1.5 million loan from the Pennsylvania Infrastructure Investment Authority. Work on the project will include replacing a fence at a water storage tank in Mahanoy Township, upgrades for a pump station near Humboldt, and renovations for a pump station in Drifton. Officials have re-advertised the projects and will be accepting bids until 4 p.m. May 30th. Coming up on WYLN News, we take a trip down to Locust Lake with some Mahanoy area 6th graders. Let's see what they're up to. Plus, Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman will be in NEPA this weekend. Details are up ahead, but first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Well, hopefully Saturday isn't as gloomy as it is today, a high of 69 and a low of 53. But Sunday looks like it's as gloomy as today. Highs of 56 and lows of 47 with a bunch of rain, but hopefully the sun peeks out on Monday. Highs of 68 and a low of 51. We'll be right back.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli has been voted Northeastern Pennsylvania's best craft beer selection several years running. Krugel's is your craft beer headquarters, and gift baskets are available for all occasions. Krugel's is home of the Crowler. Fill your Crowler up in their tap system and keep your favorite beer fresh longer. Krugel's Georgetown Deli, Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania Lottery games. Check them out on the web at georgetownDeli.com.
It's Hemi from the family at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua. I don't know about you, but these so-called sales advertisements really rough me up. At All-American, we have a no-sale policy every day. That's right, dealer invoice pricing and no hidden rebates that you don't qualify for. So stop in at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram sales spring event and let me take you for a walk around our lot.
A survey is being conducted from students from Schuylkill and Dauphin counties in order to prepare a blight plan in Mahanoy City. Students from Schuylkill County School District and Dauphin College were traveling through the borough earlier today collecting data. The project is being funded through a grant from the state's Act 47 Financial Recovery Program. The borough hired Jerry E. Stumpf and Associates Incorporated as the prime consultant that will complete the plan. The firm's been working for decades in finding ways to deal with blight throughout Pennsylvania. Results of the blight plan study will help find new ways for Mahanoy City to prevent and abate blighted properties. The dreary weather didn't stop Mahanoy area students from taking a field trip down to Locust Lake today for an outdoor learning day sponsored by the Schuylkill County Conservancy. The 80-plus 6th grade students from Mahanoy Area School District roamed around Locust Lake on this outdoor learning day to learn about and interact with various nature subjects taught by resource professionals.
We want the kids to have a good outdoor learning experience, and we hope they'll pick up some stuff, some information about what's in their surroundings. Maybe they don't get the opportunity all the time to do it on their own, so this way they can learn about some of the stuff in their own backyard that's really fun. Nature, I said birds, frogs, salamanders, all kinds of fun stuff.
Students hopped around 6 various nature stations, including rocks and minerals, amphibians, birds, stream life, forestry, and plant pollinators.
We think about how we do things in the future, so we save some places to have some of these wonderful creatures as birds and frogs and mammals and stuff like that, so that these kids today, when they're older and they have kids and their grandkids, will have places to go to where they can find all this cool stuff. You know, make sure that as they progress for the future, that they keep some of this stuff around. That's one of our messages I'd like to get across.
The Schuylkill County Conservancy's mission is to protect and enhance the quality of life in Schuylkill County by conserving farmland, open space, rural heritage, streams, wetlands, waterways, forests, and other natural resources. If you own a small business, you may want to check out an upcoming seminar hosted by the U.S. Postal Service explaining its products and services. 7 post offices in our area will be participating in the seminars, and the locations and dates are listed on your screen right now. The seminars will help educate small business owners on how they can grow their business. They will also find out about small business products and services offered by the Postal Service. It's part of Small Business Week, which runs from May 5th through the 11th. Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman will be in NEPA this weekend. It's part of his listening tour. He's visiting all 67 counties throughout the state to get in-person pros and cons from residents on the question, should recreational marijuana be legal? Saturday, Fetterman will be in Bradford County at Towanda Area Junior Senior High School at 11 a.m. Then Susquehanna County at 2:30 at Blue Ridge High School, and Wyoming County at Tunkhannock Area High School at 5:30 p.m. Sunday, Fetterman will be in Luzerne County at Wilkes University at 1 p.m. Next week, the tour is in Carbon County at Jim Thorpe High School at 6 p.m. Tonight, WYLN TV and Krugel's Georgetown Deli have teamed up to give away 4 tickets to the upcoming Pocono race in June. Here's WYLN's Jeff Bonomo with the details.
Hi, I'm Jeff, Director of Production Services on WYLN. I am here today with Kevin at Krugel's Georgetown Deli. What's going on?
Well, it looks like we got a race coming up.
The Pocono 400, June 2nd, and you can win 4 tickets. All you got to do is come to Krugel's Georgetown Deli, fill out a little form, drop it in there. While you're here, of course, you could have a great bite to eat, maybe a drink, talk to Kevin a little bit.
Stop in the store, fill out a form. The week of the race, we're going to draw a winner.
4 tickets we're giving away for the race in June. If you don't win in June, stop back because there's a race in July, and there's a race in August.
Yep.
Got a couple chances to win, and you can go up to the Pocono Raceway and do it Pocono style.
Pocono style.
That's how we like it.
Might have to stop in. Coming up on Sandy Valley's News Choice, our Paula Degnan talks Project Safe Neighborhood with U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Pennsylvania, David Freed, in Community and You. Plus, your Week in Review. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. On Tuesday, May 7th at 7 p.m., WYLN presents a Democratic mayoral debate between Grace Cuso and Maria Giacchetti. Bob Yvek declined to debate. On Thursday, May 9th, from 7 to 8 p.m., WYLN presents the Republican mayoral debate between Mayor Jeff Cassat and Allison Barletta. WYLN taking the lead.
Welcome to Community and You, and today we're talking with the U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Pennsylvania, David Freed. Nice to have you with us on Community and You.
Thank you.
And you are going to tell us about neighborhoods?
Sure. Project Safe Neighborhoods is a national program rolled out by the Justice Department. This is actually, we call it PSN. This is actually PSN 2.0. The original PSN was back a few years ago when George W. Bush was president. They rolled it out. And based on a program of research and community engagement, law enforcement, to try to put assets to areas of greatest need. And what was shown in the original PSN program, you might remember in the Middle District there were some billboards, do gun crime, get federal time, that sort of thing. And there was some grant money available. That was spread out throughout the district. And what that showed across the country was these sorts of programs can reduce violent crime. Depending on where you are, by large percentages or smaller percentages, depending on your problem. So what this administration saw, I think, when it came in, was violent crime had ticked back up in 2015 and 2016. So a priority of former Attorney General Sessions now being carried on by Attorney General Barr, who I had the opportunity to meet the other day in Washington, sat and said hello, talked about the district a little bit. So that was a great thrill for me. But this administration said, let's get back to PSN. PSN worked. And so that's where we are. So in the Middle District of Pennsylvania, what we've decided to do is really put those efforts into what we see as areas of greatest need. So what does that look like in the Middle District of Pennsylvania? Well, it looks like City of York, City of Harrisburg, generally Wilkes-Barre, Scranton a little bit, Wilkes-Barre, Hazleton, and Williamsport. So around here, mostly it's efforts going on working with the folks in Wilkes-Barre, Luzerne County DA's office to try to get at violent crime. Now, make no mistake, the heroin and opioids issue is part of this, right? Because violent crime and drug dealing go hand in hand. Guns and drug dealing go hand in hand. So we take a pretty expansive view of what Project Safe Neighborhoods means. If we want safe neighborhoods, we've got to attack violent crime and drugs.
So this is from the law enforcement point of view. Are there things that ordinary citizens can do in order to be involved in Project Safe Neighborhood?
Sure. What the part that, and I was looking at some of the statistics that have come out from the department, and what we're really good at, especially in the Justice Department, is forging partnerships with law enforcement. And I have to tell you, the Middle District of Pennsylvania, even before I got into this job, I was a DA before this. This district is known for our law enforcement partnerships, federal, state partnerships, working really well with locals and state together. We don't fight over cases. We send the case to the best place for the case to have success. And so we're really good at the law enforcement part. Where we need to be better is community engagement, engaging with the victims groups. And what people can do is try to get involved. If they've been victims of crime, get involved with victim groups, neighborhood watches, community groups, because those are the sorts of partnerships we're looking for. Just recently, a couple of weeks ago, I had an opportunity to meet with 3 folks, one man who's lost a brother and a sister to an opioid overdose, a woman who lost her son, and a woman who lost her daughter. And they reached out to me. They're very active. They go to Wilkes-Barre City Council, Hazleton Council, Luzerne County Council. Yeah, it's council in Luzerne. I have a lot of counties in the Middle District. I have to remember how things are set up. And engage. And they wanted to engage with us in terms of, how can we get more federal assistance? And we know we're working well with partnerships. So I had a wonderful opportunity to sit down with them and actually had letters that they generated from City Council in Hazleton and Wilkes-Barre and from the Luzerne County Council that I handed over to the Attorney General just this week. And I said, we are looking for as much support as we can get here. We're working together, but we could always use more support.
Now, obviously, you are on the bigger level than county council, city council. So if somebody has something, what would you suggest? Would you suggest starting at that level, or is there a way that they would need to get in touch with you?
Absolutely. Well, you can always get in touch with us. We're on the web, Middle District of Pennsylvania. Just Google it and you can find the website. That's how the folks from Luzerne County got involved. They just reached out to the office. And I said I'd be happy to meet with them, and we had an outstanding meeting. So that's one way to go if you think that if a person thinks maybe some federal help would be helpful or would like to engage or ask questions. Now, to me, because I come from that local background too, I think starting local is the best place to start, whether it's your neighborhood, township, borough, city. Start that way, because around here we really do have some good relationships, and if the issue is serious enough, I think it'll find its way up there. And I think what we've seen is attacking these issues at the neighborhood level is absolutely the way to go. It doesn't matter that I'm a federal prosecutor and I work with FBI and DEA and ATF. We're still attacking these problems at the neighborhood level.
But it's somebody like you that can get those other folks involved if it becomes that it's that much of a problem.
Sure. One of the things that the U.S. Attorney can do, just like DA Salavantis can do in Luzerne County or DA Powell can do in Lackawanna County, we can be conveners. Right. Well, one thing that people will do is they'll answer the phone when I call, and if we invite them to a meeting, they'll usually come to a meeting, and so we can convene those groups. Another recent development that we had, and I think it was about a month ago. My schedule's so full, it's hard to keep track, but we had an excellent meeting at Wilkes with members of the Luzerne County Medical Society. So there were some law enforcement folks in there, and there were physicians, everyone from pain management to emergency medicine to family medicine. There was a professor of pharmacy from Wilkes there, and we had a great meeting. Just talked about, there was a trauma surgeon there, and talked about issues. What can we do? How can we combat these overprescribing issues? and just the impact on the community and physicians are having. There was a dentist there from Pittston who was outstanding and very engaged in the project. So we're looking forward to continuing that. So it's those sorts of groups. That was a group of doctors, could be just a group of citizens, could be a victims group, anybody. I think we all work together, we're going to do better.
And I'm just glad that you were there when I called, and hopefully you'll come back again.
Absolutely.
All right. We'd like to thank once again U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Pennsylvania, David Freed, for joining us. And thank you. And we'll see you again on Community and You.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Monday, a longtime Hazleton pharmacy was broken into last Friday, and pictures were released this week of the robber. The photos were taken from inside the Heights Terrace Pharmacy. According to the owner, John Keegan, the burglar broke into the store around 3 o'clock Friday morning and took a number of narcotics and opioids. Police are still looking for the suspect, and if anyone recognizes the person or know anything about the break-in, they are asked to call 911. Tuesday, a Luzerne County man received his sentence for a fatal stabbing last year. 31-year-old James Cater of Hanover Township was sentenced to 15 to 40 years in state prison for killing Joseph Lewis last March. Cater admitted he stabbed the 18-year-old Lewis multiple times when he found the younger man lying on a couch inside the apartment he shared with Jenny Lloyd. Prosecutors say Cater had a 10-year relationship with Lloyd while she was also seeing Lewis. Wednesday, a Pennsylvania State Police corporal was arrested. According to court documents, 34-year-old Corporal Eric Porpiglia was charged on Tuesday with driving under the influence, endangering the welfare of children, careless and reckless driving. Charges were filed by state police investigators from Troop N Hazleton. Porpiglia enlisted in the PSP November of 2007 and was assigned to Troop N Hazleton. He's suspended without pay pending resolution of the criminal charges against him and an internal investigation. He was arraigned at Judge Dixon's office and was later released after posting his unsecured bail that was set at $25,000. Thursday, a number of rumors have been flying around about the Hazleton YWCA. Wyln received a number of phone calls asking if the YWCA is open in Hazleton. President of the Board of Directors, Lauren Sacco, told us, quote, "We at the YWCA are open and functioning with business as usual. These rumors of us closing at this point are just that, only rumors. The Y has been facing some financial issues, but Sacco said they're working through it." Friday, Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro announced a major fentanyl distribution organization has been shut down in Hazleton and 6 people have been arrested. Search warrants were executed at 3 residences in the city. According to a news release, 145 bricks of suspected fentanyl were confiscated. One of the 6 facing charges is 28-year-old Joel Tejeda Biera, who investigators say has been operating the organization since 2016. This has been your Week in Review, brought to you by All American Auto Group.
WYLN TV will be hosting 2 debates. one council forum, and a special school board election report. First, Wyln TV will host a Hazleton mayoral debate for the Democratic candidates Tuesday, May 7th, live at 7 p.m. Then Thursday, May 9th, the Republicans will square off live at 7 p.m. On May 14th, Hazleton City Council candidates will join us for a council forum live at 7 p.m. and will feature all 6 candidates running for the 2 open seats. And finally, on May 16th, Wyln TV will air a special Wyln report with all the Hazleton area school board candidates. Once again, Wyln TV is taking the lead in bringing you all the information you need for elections so that you're informed when Election Day rolls around, May 21st. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our Wyln News Facebook page. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln TV.
Came home from vacation and I knew something was brewing. They diagnosed me with pancreatic cancer. I thought I was doomed. I really did.
After reviewing the scans, we looked at his tumor and we knew that we can treat it.
Trust the leading cancer care experts at Lehigh Valley Cancer Institute to give you hope and more, with access to more clinical trials and advanced treatment options.
I have a new lease on life. I'm cancer-free.
Tune in to Wyln Thursday, May 16th from 7 to 8 p.m. for a special election report featuring the Hazleton area school board candidates. Wyln is taking the lead. Thursday, May 16th.
Hello VX CBD hemp product line. Relief from pain, inflammation, anxiety, seizures, spasms, and more, including products for pets. Located in Berwick, call them today at 570-441-1501. Free shipping within continental U.S.
Wyln CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at Wyln 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.